Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. A new name podcast. We have recently changed our name to the Guravia Cricket Podcast. Exciting stuff for our channel. We thought we'd just give ourselves a little bit of a rebrand, but nonetheless, here we are. Still the same old reviews. We're going to do an in-depth review of this Test match with James Butler. However, this is going to be an express review. These are kind of new, a new series where we just cover quickly this Test match, who hit runs, who bowled well, and just cover the game a little bit. Probably inside 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. So as you're aware, India have won this Test match by 336 runs without a Jasprit Bumrah. An unbelievable performance with the ball by Akashdeep. A 10-wicket match, 6 for 99 in the fourth innings. Incredible piece of bowling. Siraj picked up 6 wickets as well, picked up 6 for 70 in the first innings. So he was unbelievable as well. So without Bumrah, they needed someone to step up. Siraj stepped up. Akashdeep stepped up. Which was really, really exciting. The runs, wowee. It was the first 2 days, it was a bit of a batting paradise, wasn't it? Absolute road. Shubman Gill, he hit over 400 runs this match. This match alone, he hit 400 runs this match alone. Steve Smith hit 700 in the 2019 Ashes series. Shubman Gill's already got 550 plus. So the 3 Test matches to come, incredible stuff. Jamie Smith hit an unbeaten 184 as well. It was just quite remarkable Test match with all the runs, with all the wickets, and just incredible because India, they made a couple of changes. They brought Nitish Reddy in for Shadu Thakur. Nitish Reddy, that famous 100 in Australia, was fantastic in that match. But they brought him back in. They brought in Akashdeep as well, the swing bowler for Jasprit Bumrah, who was rested for this game. So it was a bit of a defensive minded from India. It seemed to me they'll be content with the draw. They batted a very long time. They gave England 600 to chase, so they did bat a very long time. There was rain about as well, so they had to deal with that. So they were a little bit that was their plan, to be defensive. They wanted at the absolute minimal a draw. If they had a draw, they'd take it, get Jasprit Bumrah back for the third Test match, win that Test match, go 1-1. Well, they've done even better now. So they bring him back. They'll play him probably over Krishna. They'll probably drop Krishna and bring back Jasprit Bumrah. You're not going to drop Akashdeep now. You're not going to drop Siraj now after Deep's hit. Took 10 wickets for the match, and Siraj taking 6 wickets in the first innings. You're not going to drop them too. Maybe Krishna has to be the one that has to be forced out, unfortunately. But if India win the next Test match, this is probably the best case scenario for India, because if Jasprit Bumrah, if they drew this game, and Jasprit Bumrah won them the next Test, it would have been 1-1 going into the 4th and 5th. There's no way Bumrah does not play the next 2 Test matches. It's impossible. He plays next 2. Now that they've won this Test match, they bring Bumrah back. If they win the next one, he can be rested for the 4th Test and be fresh for the 5th Test. So the next Test, which is it's a short turnaround. It's not a 6-day break or 5. It's a few days. If Jasprit Bumrah bowls India to victory and they go 2-1 up, he can be rested for that 4th Test match. And India have got nothing to lose. They can go back to this defensive-minded bat for 3 days, tire the English bowlers, and then bring him back for the 5th Test. So this is an unbelievable win. It has huge ramifications. This Test match without Jasprit Bumrah, because he can actually now be rested. two more times. One more time. The fourth test, if India win the third test. So it's quite incredible, really, how India have won this test match and basically gave themselves every chance. India, we'll talk about the second innings. We'll go into an in-depth review with James Butler. Probably next 2 to 3 days. It's a short turnaround, so we have to get in early. So it was just England in the fourth innings. Akashdeep was unbelievable with his swing, with his seam bowling. It was actually a mixture of both. His in swingers, and then it seemed away from the batsman. Unbelievable Akashdeep in that second innings. As I said, 6 for 99 was fantastic, and it was unplayable, absolutely unplayable. He had good pace. He wasn't bowling, 130, 135. He was bowling 140k plus. That's very good pace, and just absolutely unplayable on a road. Really, it was almost like a road the way India batted for 3 days. And Akashdeep found movement in the pitch. Swinged in with his in swingers, and then seemed away from the batsman. A great swing bowler and a great seamer. I don't think I've ever personally seen a mixture of both swing and seam in this match. I've never seen it as much as he just did in that second innings to Akashdeep. Mixture of seam and swing. That's a very skillful bowler. India outbowled England. There's absolutely no doubt India outbowled England in this test match. Not just Akashdeep. Siraj, we'll give credit to Siraj, 6 for 70 in the first innings. He found the outside edge. He got it to seam away from the batsman. Not so much with swing, but just seam movement. So he was very crucial. Siraj has been under, a lot of scrutiny the last couple of tests. Didn't have a good BGT in Australia, where Bumrah, did get injured in Sydney. And Siraj didn't really support Bumrah that much. So he got a lot of criticism for that. The first test he was not good, but this was the old Siraj of 5 years ago, where he came to England and he took a load of wickets. 2 haircuts ago as well. Remember, he had that hair bun. So that's a long time ago. But he's back on the honours board at Edgbaston. Akashdeep 10-wicket haul. So fantastic with the bowlers. We'll go on to the batting, because it was really dominated by one batsman, wasn't it? Shubman Gill. As I said, he scored over 400 runs in this match. 161 in the second innings, 269 in the second innings. So in the first innings, 269 in the first innings. His first double 100. Just 3 tests ago, his average was 35. It's probably gone up to 50. It's gone up to probably near 50 now, in the space of three test matches. We talk about Steve Smith scoring 4 centuries in 4 matches. 2 against India, then the 2 against Sri Lanka. This guy's done it in 1 test, basically. Steve Smith hit that wonderful 700 series against England. That's going to be broken. So Shubman Gill's going to break that. He'll probably break that in the next test match. Records are going to be fallen, because England, they're going to still make these kind of pitches. They're not going to go to green tops. It's not the way they play, because they can't play that baseball on green tops, because they'll just get absolutely rolled. We saw that in India, where they tried to do that in India. They got rolled. They tried to do that in Pakistan. They got rolled. The second time when they went to Pakistan, they got rolled. So, hard wickets suit in England. Unfortunately, hard wickets also suit India. That's how they beat Australia 2 times. That's why Australia said, you know what, we're not going to give you hard wickets anymore. We're going to give you green tops. So these pitches suit just as much as India as it does England. Guru said Cricket Podcast. Siraj bowled his heart out this test match. He sure did. This was probably his best performance with the ball in a couple of years. No doubt about that. But just before we head off, we'll give also credit to Jamie Smith. Jamie Smith hit an incredible 184. He made an 88 in the second innings as well. Pretty unlucky not to get his 100. So there was plenty of runs to get in this Test match. But anyway, this is an Express review. Make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We've got a couple of Express reviews coming up. There's a couple of Test matches in the world. Zimbabwe and South Africa are currently playing now. I didn't do a review of the first Test match of Zimbabwe and South Africa. I do apologise for that, but we will do an Express review for that. And we've got Australia and West Indies. It looks like Australia are all over the West Indies in the second Test. Probably going to wrap this up today. So we've got a review coming for that as well. So we've got a lot of content for our show coming up in the next 2 to 3 days. We might, depending on how we go, I can't promise you this, but we might do a little watch along in the first innings of the third Test between England and India. Might. So we'll see how we go with that. I can't promise you anything with a watch along on that one, but if it all goes well, I'm happy to do the first 10 overs of a watch along, do some commentary with you guys. But for now, make sure to like and subscribe. We will be back in the next couple of days with a lot of content. South Africa, Zimbabwe, Australia, West Indies. That might actually come tomorrow. And the James Butler Show for a long in-depth of this Test match. But anyway, thank you for joining us, and goodbye.